You don't want to die. I don't want to die. Nobody wants to die. But everybody eventually does, and yep. This is a video about
happen in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Number 10, Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet was named after astronomer Edmund Halley, who calculated its period of orbit. It is the only known short-period comet that is regularly visible to the naked eye from Earth. It is seen from Earth every 75 to 76 years, and so, technically, some lucky humans will get to see it twice in their lifetime. The first Halley's Comet witnessed in the space age in 1986 saw several spacecraft approach its vicinity to establish its composition. High-powered telescopes also observed the comet as it swung by Earth. This flyby provided the first observational data on the structure of a comet's nucleus, the mechanism of comet and tail formation. But for those of you who missed it in 1986, don't worry, because it'll next appear in 2061. In the meantime, you can see its remnants every year. The Orionid meteor shower, which is spawned by Halley's fragments, occurs annually in October. Number 9, near-Earth asteroid.
Then we missed it.
On April 13th, 2029, an asteroid called 99942 Apophis will pass between the Moon and Earth. Following its discovery in 2004, Apophis, which is the size of 3.5 football fields, gathered the immediate attention of scientists and the media. Initial calculations of its orbit by astronomers indicated a 2.7% possibility of an Earth impact during the close flyby. So, naturally, humanity feared for the end of the world. Fortunately, though, further analysis by NASA showed that Apophis will miss Earth by 31,300 kilometers. That's actually closer than some geostationary satellites, which orbit the Earth at a range of 36,000 kilometers, but still far enough away that we don't need to fear for our lives. The flyby will be one for the record books, as it will be the closest flyby of an asteroid of its size in recorded history. And it could be the last chance astronomers have to get an up-close look at Apophis for a very, very long time. Number 8, solar eclipse. Okay, so we are slightly cheating with this one, as solar eclipses can usually be seen somewhere on Earth each year, but 2027 has something special in store. Solar eclipses occur when the moon passes between the sun and the Earth, and it fully or partially blocks the sun. In a total eclipse, the disk of the sun is fully obscured by the moon, whereas in partial and annular eclipses, only part of the sun is obscured. Typically, the duration of a total eclipse is in the range of 2 to 6 minutes. But the longest solar eclipse to date lasted for 7 minutes, 28 seconds. It happened around 743 BC and would have been visible across southern Africa. The next time a solar eclipse will have a duration of this length will be on the 16th of July, 2186. But most of us won't be around to see that. So instead, set yourself a reminder for Monday the 2nd of August, 2027, when the second longest solar eclipse of the century will occur. It will have a maximum duration of 6 minutes and 23 seconds. It will pass through the Straits of Gibraltar, then across the North African coast, before dipping down to Yemen and Somalia. Number 7, supernova. On average, a supernova goes off twice a century in a galaxy the size of the Milky Way, so scientists believe the magnificent astronomical event is imminent. Supernovae are explosions that occur at the end of life for stars more massive than our Sun. The massive star explodes when it has used up all of its hydrogen fuel, and its core collapses just before it explodes, ejecting most of its mass into space. They are triggered in two ways, either by the sudden reignition of nuclear fusion in a compact star, or by the collapse of the core of a massive star. The last one was spotted 3 decades ago, on February 23rd, 1987, nicknamed Supernova 1987A. It blazed with the power of 100 million suns for several months following its discovery, and was one of the brightest exploding stars in more than 400 years. But when will the next supernova occur? Well, in 2013, astronomers from Ohio State University calculated that a supernova occurring within our galaxy will be visible from Earth sometime in the next 50 years. It would be visible to telescopes, but there's also a 20% chance that the supernova would be visible to the naked eye in the night sky. Number 6. Venus occults Jupiter. The last time Venus and Jupiter passed in front of or occulted one another was nearly 200 years ago, in January 1818. At this time in history, the Battle of Corrigan between the British East India Company and the Peshawar faction of the Maratha Confederacy was in full swing. Those mid-battle were probably not focusing on the night sky, and even if they were, only observers in a remote island of Japan were likely to see the occultation if they made a very special effort to look for it in the bright morning twilight. Skip ahead to the 21st century, and for the first time since 1818, on the 22nd of November 2065, Venus will pass directly before Jupiter and form into a single bright star, low down in the dawn skyline. Get your telescopes ready for the event, because it will be almost impossible to view with the naked eye, as it will be occurring during the daytime and in close proximity to the sun. Number 5. Leonid meteor shower. First noticed in 1833, this rare astronomical phenomenon occurs when Earth passes through the orbit of periodic comet Tempel-Tuttle. Leonid meteors are caused by tiny meteoroids that burn up in our planet's atmosphere as Earth passes close to the dust-strewn orbit of Tempel-Tuttle. Skywatchers have observed major Leonid meteor showers every 33 years or so from 1833, when the meteor shower was said to have produced a whopping 100,000 meteors an hour. Most years, Leonid storms are a minor event, boasting no more than 10 to 15 shooting stars per hour. But on very rare occasions, when this dense filament of dust plows directly into our planet, meteor rates can soar to hundreds of thousands per hour or more. If you want to catch this spectacular sight, Tempel-Tuttle will next cause a major Leonid meteor shower in 2031. Number 4. Planetary alignment. The possibility of an alignment between all of the planets in the solar system is very rare. The closest that the 8 planets will come to being aligned will occur on May 6, 2492. But unless we figure out how to bring cryogenically frozen corpses back to life, none of us will be alive to witness that astronomical event. On the bright side though, space scientists estimate that there will be a rare planetary alignment of Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn and the crescent moon on September 8, 2040. That's just 23 years away and is much more doable. Clustered well to the east of the sun, the planets will stage a breathtaking show at 7:30 p.m, so mark your calendars now. Number 3. Supermoon. In November 2016, stargazers worldwide enjoyed a rare event. A supermoon that was 14% bigger than its normal size. This was the closest the moon had been to Earth since January 26, 1948. If you missed out on catching a glimpse of the 2016 supermoon, there's an even better astronomical event on the horizon. The closest supermoon of the century will occur on December the 6th, 2052, and it will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The term supermoon is typically defined as a full moon that coincides with the lunar orb's closest approach to Earth. In 2052, our celestial neighbor will be just around 140,000 kilometers away. But what possible impact could it have on us? Well, many studies over the years have been aimed at finding out any statistical connection between the moon, particularly the full moon, and human biology or behavior. Reliable studies comparing the lunar phases to births, heart attacks, deaths, suicides, psychiatric hospital admissions, and epileptic seizures, among other things, have time and time again found little or no connection. Number 2. Transit of Earth from Mars. As of 2017, humans are not currently on any other planets, well, as far as we know. So if a transit of Earth were about to occur anywhere soon, we could not see it. The one noteworthy future exception, though, is Mars. For those of you unsure what we mean by transit of Earth from Mars, it essentially means when the Earth passes directly between the Sun and Mars, obscuring a small part of the Sun's disk for an observer on the red planet. No one has ever seen a transit of Earth from Mars, but if NASA's plan to get humans living on Mars by the 2030s goes ahead, this could be possible for the next such transit, which will take place on November the 10th, 2084. This transit will be the first and only time that this phenomenon will occur in the 21st century, with the next one predicted for 2394, and by then we should definitely have colonized the planet. Number 1. The birth of a star. Look up at the stars in 2022 because one of the night sky's most visible constellations, Cygnus, will be getting a new addition and everyone on Earth will be able to see it. Located about 1,800 light-years away, the star system KIC 9832227 in Cygnus has long been a focus of study. For years, the pair of glittery specks in this system have been circling around each other, moving closer and closer. And now astronomers believe they will soon merge in an explosive event known as a nova. It'll be a momentous occasion for scientists, as it's the first time they have ever been able to predict the birth of a new star, and this will allow them to observe the process as it unfolds. For us average folks, it's going to be pretty damn extraordinary too, being able to witness a once-in-a-lifetime astronomical event without the use of a telescope. Thanks for watching today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. And if space is what you're into, why not check out 10 unknown signals from outer space? And we will see you next time.
Welcome back to
Paintings that move.
The internet. I'm your host, Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking about the top 10 scary paintings that moved. Paintings are an art form that stem back thousands of years, and they've always held a certain degree of mystery. A lot of people report phenomenon like paintings watching them or moving in their frames, like in Harry Potter. Shout out to the fat lady and all my fellow Potterheads, especially the Slytherins. My family had a painting, in fact they still do. It's a copy of something called La Fumiere, and me and my sister were really scared of it. It was like an old French dude choking on a pipe. I always felt like it was watching me no matter where I was, and I did not like sleeping in the lounge when we were having sleepovers. It freaked me out. Let me know if you've ever been scared by a painting in the comments section down below. Also, if you guys want to connect with me on social media, the link to my Instagram is in the description box. Also, while you're down there, why don't you leave a thumbs up on this video and share it with a friend. Alright, paintings, what you got for us? Coming in at number 10, we have the Virgin Mary lip syncing. This is absolutely insane. In 2015, parishioners at the St. Charles Church in Sydney, Australia, got a shock when they reported seeing the lips of Virgin Mary move in sync with the Lord's Prayer. For those skeptical, 2 churchgoers actually filmed the incident. The painting hangs above the church altar and is thought to have come from the priest. Footage filmed by young Catholic Christian curers was uploaded to YouTube, and I have to say it really does look like the Virgin Mary's mouth is moving. It also looks like Christ's hand moves at one point too. Kristen spoke to the press and said, "I believe it was a miracle and not just lighting, because we all saw it at the same time, and because her lips would start moving and then stop and then start again." Coming in at number 9, we have the Anguished Man. I absolutely cannot stand looking at this picture. I know that art is subjective, but I can't imagine having to look at this painting ever, let alone having it as a focal spot in my home. This painting is called The Anguished Man, and the urban legend goes that it was painted with the artist's own blood mixed with oil shortly before they killed themselves. That's right, painted in blood, then they committed suicide. Great! Once again, why would you ever hang this? The owner, Sean Robinson, was handed down the painting by his grandmother, but claims he doesn't display it because nobody likes it. I don't wonder why. On the few times that he has displayed the picture, he and his family have reported strange goings-on, such as bangs and voices and strange smells. eyes. They even reported that the painting moves of its own accord. Trying to find proof, Sean set up a camera in his spare room and recorded the activity over the evening. This is a piece of the footage that was recorded in June 2011. That's right, there it is. Now, according to Sean, the painting was at an angle and against the wall, and there was no drafts present, so it should not have been able to fall like that. This next one is a little bit of an urban legend, but stories are all over the internet. Coming in at number 8, we have Sonny's suicide painting. So according to urban legend, a teenage Japanese girl called Sonny drew this picture and then scanned it into her computer and uploaded it to the internet. The image reportedly had quite the effect on viewers, who said that they saw sadness in her eyes. They also saw her face change expressions after staring at her. In South Korea, the story garnered a lot of momentum, and people would claim that they stared at her for longer than 5 minutes. Her face would twist into a taunting smirk. According to the legend, some people who stared at the picture for longer than those 5 minutes were compelled to commit suicide. Now, it turns out it is all just an urban legend, though, and the picture is by an artist called Robert Klang. The girl in the image is a fictional character called Princess Rue. Coming in at number 7, we have the misty painting of Bernardo de Galvez. Look at this majestic fellow. This is powerful historical Spaniard Bernardo de Galvez, who was instrumental in the Spanish military in the late 1700s. The city of Galveston in Texas is named after him, as is the city hotel, Hotel Galvez. In the hotel, there is an oil painting of Bernardo that is reportedly painted by none other than the chef himself. The painting sits at the end of the downstairs hallway and is quite the feature. Despite being a beautiful old painting, a lot of the guests at the hotel simply don't like it one bit. A lot of people have complained that they feel cold when they're near the painting, and almost all guests of the hotel will tell you that they feel Bernardo's eyes moving to watch you. It seems if you try and take a picture of the painting without asking permission of the late great Bernardo de Galvez, it will come out blurry. However, if you ask nicely, the picture will be clear. Those eyes though, I mean, they're clearly seeing you. Coming in at number 6, we have the painting of Ivan the Terrible and his son Ivan. This 1885 painting by Russian realist artist Ilya Repin has been causing a stir since it was created. The painting shows a mortally wounded Ivan being cradled by his Tsar father, who has wounded him. It is reported in history that he murdered him, although a lot of critics challenge the historical accuracy of that statement and this painting. It is one of the most famous Russian classics, and it is currently in the Moscow State Tachikov Gallery. When the painting was first unveiled, a lot of people claimed to be deeply unsettled by it. Some say they saw something terrible within the picture, other than the already terrible subject matter. In 1913, a mentally ill man slashed the painting with a knife, and it was restored by Repin himself. Once again, the painting was slashed in 2018 by a visitor to the Moscow Museum. He reported him shouting that he saw tiny images moving within the picture. The man was identified as Igor Podporin, who claimed that he was overwhelmed by something. He later blamed vodka for his outburst. Coming in at number 5, we have Love Letters. Love Letters is a painting of a 4-year-old girl, Samantha Houston, who was painted by Richard King in the style of existing work by Charles Garland. Samantha was the daughter of a Texan U.S. senator who died in 1887, aged 4.
No, she didn't say that.
What did she say? It seems, as a tribute, the Driscoll Hotel in Texas had a painting of her commissioned.
That's creepy.
Now, this still stands there today on the 5th floor. It seems that Samantha's spirit may have imprinted on the picture, as guests say that they've heard her giggling when they're nearby. Many guests report feeling like she's trying to tell them something, saying that they've seen her expression change when they look at the picture. Coming into number 4, we have a moving morning portrait. Now, this is a really scary video uploaded to YouTube in August 2008. Uploaded by Haunting Painting, it is called Scary Ghost Girl Painting Movements Captured. It's pretty accurate. The painting is of an unknown child in the 18th century and is reportedly a mourning painting, a memento mori. This basically means a painting of a person that's died and has been commissioned in order to remember them. Now, it seems that this mystery girl is haunting her own painting. The narrator of the video says that she sometimes weeps and that occasionally her mouth opens. Now, this moment was captured on camera, right? Terrifying. Now, a lot of people in the comment section are calling this fake, but honestly, I really didn't like looking at this picture while I was scripting this video. Coming into number 3, we have a painting painting of a headless man. I am not okay with this painting. Why? Because at first it looks like a nice little depiction of an old station wagon. That is until you realise there's a freaking headless man hovering around in it like a decapitated creep. The artist Laura P. painted this image in response to a photograph James Kidd had taken of a stagecoach stop in Tombstone, Arizona.
Sorry I didn't talk so much.
Office in Arizona, but after 3
I'm
days,
so
staff
weird out.
demanded it be returned to her. Workers said that their papers would go missing and that the painting seemed to always move. They reported that despite being constantly straightened, the painting would always become crooked on the wall. Laura then took the painting back and hung it at her home. Unfortunately for her, the weird occurrences surrounding the picture followed her. She said the doors would start opening and closing on their own in the room that the painting was in, and a glass even smashed in her hand right in front of the picture. Laura has expressed a desire to have the image destroyed, regretting ever creating the painting. She is worried what will happen if she does have it destroyed, though. She doesn't want to anger the spirit. Coming into number 2, we have The Dead Mother by Edvard Munch. Like, Edvard basically just needed a hug. If you recognise his name, that's because he is the artist that was famously behind The Scream. I don't like The Scream either. I mean, it's a very, very good painting and very expressionist, but it freaks me out. However, I have to say this painting freaks me out harder. Munch's work is notoriously filled with pain and anguish, which is more likely than not down to his poor health and his difficult upbringing. His mother died when he was 5, which probably explains his unsettling painting. Now, the painting is called The Dead Mother and was completed in 1900. The picture is already scary to look at, but it gets even creepier when you hear what those who have owned it or worked with it have to say. Firstly, the little girl's eyes are said to incessantly follow people wherever they go, but worse still, it is said that the sheets on the dead mother's bed rustle or move. Some have even sworn that the little girl leaves the painting altogether. Coming into number 1, we have the Hands Resist Him painting. Ugh, this again. I feel like this has come up on a few top 10s before, and I do not like it. The Hands Resist Him painting gained notoriety in 2000 when it sold on eBay for just over $1,000. The seller claimed it was haunted, and actually, it probably is. Reportedly, 3 people involved with displaying the painting died, including the art dealer and the art critic who first reviewed the piece. Hands Resist Him is a painting by Bill Stoneman. Now, the name is said to have come from a poem written by his wife about her husband's adoption. In the painting, a boy is seen standing next to a creepy-looking doll whilst disembodied hands pour a glass-panelled door behind him. The painting was found abandoned in a Californian brewery, which is where it seems the couple who listed it on eBay found it. The wife wrote, "One morning, our 4.5-year-old daughter claimed that the children in the picture were fighting and coming into the room during the night. Now, I don't believe in UFOs or Elvis being alive, but my husband was alarmed. To my amusement, he set up a motion-triggered camera for the night. Now, the couple claims that the motion camera even captured the boy exiting the frame under duress from the doll. And it was also thought that the hands in the background moved. I don't like this. Now, the painting was bought by gallery owner Keith Smith, who shows it on request. She does so less and less these days because people keep on complaining of falling ill after viewing the picture. Since gaining notoriety for Hands Resist Him, Bill Stoneman has created a prequel and a sequel image, both of which are horrifying. Well, guys, this list has well and truly freaked me out. Which of these moving paintings did you find the scariest? Let me know in the comments section down below. Before I get out of here, I just want to read a few comments from a recent video I did called The Top 10 Scary New York City Urban Legends. Bob said, "Snappy chappies is my new favourite term for alligators." Good, I'm glad because they are snappy chappies. Lambent Lark wrote, "I used to deliver produce to Hunts Point in the Bronx as a distributor
Interesting.
of fresh fruit and vegetables going into the city. I saw a rat so big there that it scared my dog. My co-driver wanted to come back with his deer hunting bow. He was sure it was a record-topping rat." Okay, I love living in the city, but the one thing that does freak me out is how close you are to a rat. Apparently, you're never that far from mice or rats, and it is really, really, really scary. Maybe even scarier than some of the pictures on this list. I don't know, the kind of real-life issues. So, guys, do...
There's the camera. Now you're going. Peanut gun. Peanut gun. Okay, peanut gun. Yes, you're going there here.
This live stream is probably so big.
I'll watch what they're doing. Is that me adding way down? Yeah. Because I can see her. Just stand there. Go sit down. No,
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dallinsing, and welcome back to another Most Amazing Top 10 video. Okay, so before we get into this, I want to know, are you guys a sponsor of our channel yet? If not, hit the sponsor button right next to the subscribe button, because we are going to be going live very often with you guys, and we want you guys to become a part of the Most Amazing team. So becoming a sponsor to our channel, you get videos ahead of time, so before they even come out, and you get access to a lot of things. We're going to be doing giveaways to just the sponsors and doing live shows to just the sponsors very soon. Okay, so enough of all that, let's get right into this. Statues. We're talking about statues. They're supposed to be an inanimate object built from stone, concrete, or even plastic. Whatever they're made of, it is generally understanding that statues are supposed to stand still, right? Well, they aren't supposed to move at all. So while researching for this list, I was absolutely stunned to find out that there are actually a lot of statues that have been caught moving. So let's jump right into this list. This is the top 10 scary statues caught moving. Getting started with this one at number 10 with the man himself, Jesus. I mean, whoa, at the end of the clip, it looks like Jesus is looking straight into your soul and he's judging you. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of conflicting comments in this one, but seriously, do you guys think that this Jesus statue is actually blinking his eyes and moving his mouth, or do you think this is an animatronic or a robot thing and it's not a statue, it's just made out to look like one? I've read that a lot of churches will come up with deceiving ways to make it look like their religious statues are moving so that people will attend their church. So I think that might be the case here. It would be both extremely scary and interesting if the statue was actually moving though. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hashtag it moved or hashtag hell no. The rotating Egyptian statue spins into number 9. An ancient Egyptian statue caused a lot of pandemonium at a museum in Manchester when it was discovered that it was turning on its axis inside of its display case. Curators and workers at the museum immediately said that this ancient statue must be cursed because there is no other logical explanation for it. I'll let you guys be the judge. Here is a clip of this creepy statue moving in its sealed display case.
Guys, this live stream is almost done.
This statue is dated back to the 1800s BC, and it was found in a mummy's tomb. So I get why people think that the statue was cursed. The workers were so scared of this phenomenon, so they decided to record it moving on a time-lapse video, and they were astonished that the statue spun 180 degrees without anyone going near it. Well, I hate to burst your bubble here, but the statue isn't cursed with an ancient spell. It rotates because there is a small vibration in the display case that causes it to turn. So I guess we don't have to call a witch to lift a spell. We don't need to call the Ghostbusters either. Virgin Mary moves lips during a prayer, and this stage phenomenon makes its way into this list at number 8. Alright, so back in July of 2015, there were some reports over in Australia that a painting of the Virgin Mary was seen moving her lips.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this live stream.
Of a prayer at the Charbells Church.
Yeah, nobody is watching this, so nobody did the chat.
So here it is for you guys.
So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Bye.